How ready are you for life after school?
Mm. I'm not ready. I've not planned it. I know what about it.
Okay, okay. Well, that's why we're here, right? That is the essence of why we are here today.
All right.
Okay. And it's great to have you. Thank you for making it out of your schedules to join us. All
Thank
right.
you.
All right. All right. So let's dive in, right? Today, one major thing you want to understand is to know what truly matters after school and what you should be learning now to set you on the right path once you leave school. Okay. What skills should you be learning? What kind of relationships should you be building? What kind of environment should you be in at the moment? Or communities, what kind of communities and friendships should you cultivate? And at the end, I will give you a 90-day life prep plan that can just put you on the right course, right? Put you on the right course. Now, a reality check. Nobody's coming to save you. Not your dad, not your mom, not your uncle, auntie, nieces, friends, family, not your uncle abroad, not your uncle in the States, in Canada, not that boyfriend or that girlfriend that you know, not even me. Nobody's coming to save you. God has created you to be a unique identity, and I believe that God has given you everything you need to succeed and excel in life. But it is left to you to discover what that thing is in terms of purpose, to harness in terms of passion and purpose, to harness that gifting or that passion, and to to feed back to the community or society you find yourself in, to become a positive impact, to bring positivity to that community or society you find yourself in by basically fulfilling God's purpose here on earth. Now, the challenge is oftentimes we walk through life without necessarily understanding what these passions are, understanding what these giftings are, understanding what this purpose is. Not to talk of even excelling in them. Now, one major period that helps you understand and harness all of these things is while you're in school. Nobody tells us that. Nobody tells us that. While we're in school, we have the time. We have the time, 9 to 5, without we're still getting money from the house, right? Or uncles or aunties. We're just schooling. It's a period where we're supposed to be cultivating our giftings, harnessing our talents, learning as much as we can so that we can be in the right frame of mind, the right posture, arm ourselves with the right energy and ability and skill to excel after school. So that is why I'm inspired to talk to people, young, old, those in school, to let them know that you will not be in school forever, right? If I ask you, what level are you in now? Either one or two or three. Some of you are in final year. From the form that a lot of you filled, many of you are already in 400 level. That's like final year already. Are you prepared for life after school? Because it's going to come like a wave and it will hit you. However, it meets you. I don't know what to become of you afterwards. Not to scare you, but that is just the reality check you have to ask yourself. That is just the reality check. People don't care about your CGP as much as you think. Of course, it's very valid, and I'm not going to stand here to underestimate the level of your CGPA, what you graduated at the end of the day, because you need it to open that door for you. You need it to arm yourself to walk into rooms, but it's not as deep as you think. All right. Nobody hands you clarity. Nobody will hand you clarity. Nobody owes you an opportunity. Nobody will give you anything for free. It has to be a personal work, a personal decision, a personal decision. You have to know that I must make something good out of my life. And it starts while you're in school. So that's a reality check. All right. So three things that determines your life after school. In now, amongst many other things, these three things will definitely stand a test of time. Your skills, your relationships, and your environment or communities that you find yourself in. Right? Your skills, your relationships, who you know, who you're friends with, and the environment you find yourself in. That's why it's very easy for somebody that's it's abroad to excel in certain things just because of their right environment that has light, that has stable electricity, that has a working and good place just to excel and do your work and get paid rightly. Just the environment. That's why highly most likely somebody in Lagos has more opportunities for work than somebody in Bornu. Just the environment. That's why highly most likely somebody in that went to a Covenant University in quotes will have a clique of friends and build better relationships than somebody that went to maybe a school that is not so big on building relationships or big on harnessing communities. Just the environment you are in. So beyond your certificate, beyond what you get in school, your CGPA, first class, second class, upper, third class, think of your skills, think of your relationships, think of the environment and community you want to be in. Your skills, I dare say, is bigger than your degree. While your degree will open doors for you, your skills will keep you inside those doors. Even if you have a 2-1, even if you had a first class, when you're working in an environment, you have to work according to the rules of the environment, not your first class. So if you have a first class and you're not a people person, or if you have a first class and you have anger issues, highly most likely you find it difficult to excel in that workplace because of your anger issues. So we're looking at again what frame of reference you should be thinking from now that you're in school, what mindset you should have now that you're in school, what kind of skills should you excel in now that you're in school. Okay, so let's dive in. When it comes to skill, these are some basic things that we should be thinking about. Thank you. Welcome. Praise God. It's good to have you. Communication skills. This is how you talk, how you relate, how you present your ideas, speaking confidently. It affects your job, it affects your relationships, it affects who you meet and how they see you. When you meet people that try to size you up, when they hear you speak, they can easily place you. Or is this somebody I want to relate with, or is she not? That kind of a thing. Your digital competence skills. This has to do with if you know how to use the computer, if you know how to use AI, if you have basic design, basic communication skills, or maybe content creation skills, social media literacy, treat the internet as a tool for economics. Everything you need to excel after school, you're already using it. You're not just using it the right way, pretty much. Okay? Understand how you should position yourself to get online opportunities. Next skill should be your problem solving skills. Can you think independently? When I say a blessing, I'm going to hand you certain things. I want you to deliver it in another 2 days. Can I guarantee that within 2 days you have it done and dusted? And give it to me, and I don't have to go and repeat the whole thing again. The problem solving skills. Can you execute without supervision? Next is emotional intelligence skills. How you manage conflicts, how you handle criticisms, right? Can you work in teams? Your soft skills is what will give you that leverage after school. How you talk, how you relate with people, what you say when you meet people. It gives you that leverage. You just get to an environment and everybody likes you because you are friendly pretty much, and you don't boom too much, and you don't like strong your face up and down because the weight of the world is on you. Be friendly, be open. Not every, as a lady, not every guy that comes to you wants to toast you. Some just wants to be your friend. That's fine. Be open-minded. As a guy, don't go and toast every girl. That is fine. Sometimes understand that you can actually be friends with people. Understand how they learn, know where they are coming from, know how they express their ideas, find a balance with how to relate with them so that you can achieve things easier. When we meet people, sometimes it mustn't be for a spark or for something romantic. Sometimes it's just to get you to the next level of your progress. Right? So all of those things will come under handling, managing emotional intelligence. And lastly, your financial literacy skills. This has to do with budgeting, savings, how you manage your money. If you have understanding good money habits, controlling your money, not allowing your money control you. All right. So 5 key areas when it comes to skills: communication, data competence, problem solving, emotional intelligence, and financial literacy. All right. So let's proceed. Basically, we look at all these things individually, and this is a short exercise. Right. I'd like you to use the chat bar there and just give me a quick answer. So I still have Blessing, I still have Omoyele, and I still have Akin Bobola Ololade. All right, so let me know what what can you confidently do today that someone will pay you for? Can I know your answers? Just send a message and let me see it. What can you confidently do today that you are sure that somebody will pay you for? Okay, I'm waiting for yours. I'm waiting. Esther, welcome back. We have a question for you. Graphic design. Amazing. Amazing. All this is graphic design. Fine. So, Esther, what can you confidently do today that somebody will pay you for? Choma makes clothes. And she makes amazing clothes. Okay. She makes amazing clothes. Yeah, that's for sure.
Content writing.
Esther, content writing. Amazing. Amazing. Blessing. How about you? What can you confidently do today that somebody will pay you for? Amazing. Omolola says hairstyling. Cool. Cool. So it means all of you have like something really good that you armed yourself with. Remarkable. Okay. What skills can make you employable in 2 years? If this is the skills, amazing. Amazing. Graphic design, cloth making, content writing, hairstyling, amazing stuff. Amazing stuff. The last question would be, does it align, or rather, what skills aligns with your interest? In case you have more, anyways. What skills align with your interest? If those skills you've mentioned to me already align with your interest, that's remarkable. 100% good. If you don't have any skills, okay, you can put down 2 skills that you can start building immediately. All right. If you don't have any skills, you can put down 2 skills that you can start building immediately. Daniel Bamidele, it's good to have you. Quick question. You can use the chat button. What can you confidently do today that somebody can pay you for? What are 2 skills that you have that aligns with your passions? And if you don't have any skills, what can you start learning immediately that you have a passion with? All right. So this basically, if we answer this correctly, it puts us in a good place when it comes to doing like a skill audit, which means what can I provide value for that can be beneficial to the society I find myself in? Pretty simple, but we have to ask these questions every day. Every day we have to ask ourselves. We have to be able to harness this thing while we're in school, so that when we leave school, while we're pursuing our 9 to 5 and excelling in our career paths from what we've read, this can also be a good trajectory path for us to follow and excelling. Next would be your relationship audits. Okay, what relationships should you be building now? Now, what relationship should you be building now? Apart from having a love relationship, right? What other kind of relationship should you be building now? I've listed a few that you can think about and you can start making plans for. So let's dive in. First is a mentor, somebody ahead of you. Pretty simple, no stress, no pressure. Just somebody ahead of you that you like, you like, you like what you see about the person. Pretty much. You like maybe the person's lifestyle, the person's job, the person is, you see yourself in the person in some way. Either the way the person talks, the way the person delivers their speeches, or what you see, whatever you see when you see the person, right? But the person is ahead of you. That should be a mentor. And it's a good relationship you should have. Next will be ambitious peers. Who are the friends you have? Are they friends that stretch you, or friends that will tell you, oh, let's go and party, or let's let's go and check that babe. Now she the rain now. Or are they friends that will push you and say, okay, let's work on something, let's build a community, let's do a project, let's submit a proposal on how to make our school better, let's submit a proposal on how to make our community better. Ambitious peers. You should look for ambitious friends to work with. Leave chickens. They are chicken. You see chickens on the ground looking for food up and down. You see eagles flying, soaring on the air. So make friends with eagles, not chickens. This is not to say that you should always make rich friends. No. This is to say that you should make ambitious friends, people that are striving to have a better tomorrow. We can all be on the same place, not having enough or just managing to go by. But where are we going to tomorrow? When we wake up in the morning, what do we tell ourselves to push us to the next level? Those are the kind of friends you should make. Next will be industry contacts. Now, for as many of you that have said, for example, graphic design, Daniel is also saying that you can create website page, landing pages on Go High Level Automation. That's amazing. That's after school stuff right there. Amazing stuff. You can create website landing pages on Go High Level Automation. That's really good. That's really good. That's really good. Right? For those of you that are in graphic design, who are 3, 4 people that you can look up to that are already masters in their craft and skills in graphic design? For clothes making, who are the Vicky James that you can look up to? For hair styling, who is the best hairstylist in your state? Do you even know? You should know. Omolola, do you know who's the best hairstylist in your state? Or who has the biggest hairstyling brand? Omolola, question for you. Do you know that? Because you should. If you're in hairstyling and you want to build a brand in hairstyling or whatever the case is, you should know. You should know. Winifred, welcome. Quick question, Winifred. Just let us know your skills. If you have none, let us know what you want to learn. Pretty much. So you should know. So that's where the industry contacts come in. These are the people that you know that, oh, I can easily go up to ask them questions or at least pay them a visit. Just for them to know that I'm in this field as well. Start striking those conversations with them. Then the last relationship I feel you should build as a student are accountability partners. These are the guys that will make sure you don't stay average. That's where we come in, Chioma and I. Right? We don't want you to stay average. We want you to, in the next, just in fact, just from now to December, we want to make sure that there's remarkable progress in your life. Accountability partners. Do you have a friend? Could it be your mom? Could it be somebody or your uncle that can work with you every month to make sure that what you say you want to achieve, you achieve it? And Winifred, somebody that if you tell them, for example, that you want to learn graphic design skills, they'll be on your neck back to back to make sure that at the end of the month you have that skills that you said you want to learn. All right, so relationship audit. Next would be, okay, this is ultimately the relationship audit itself. Who do I spend most of my time with? So ask yourself that question now. Esther, Winifred, Blessing, Ololade, Daniel. Ask yourself, who do I spend most of my time with? Just do an audit about your life right now on campus. Who do you spend most of your time with? Do they challenge you or drain you? Are you building transactional relationships or transformational relationships? If you have a boyfriend and you are just doing love up and down, you get, and there's nothing out of it, are you sure that's not actually transactional? If this person cannot spur you, inspire you to become a better version of yourself, are you sure it's not transactional? Daniel is laughing. Are you sure? Ask yourself, are you sure it's not transactional? If you have a friend and all you guys do is just gather and gossip and talk about what the latest hairstyle is or what the latest iPhone 5 is, or you are scrolling on TikTok, when people like Pella are making millions on TikTok by doing basically rubbish, and you have skills, you are in school, you are learning a trade, and you are not cashing out on TikTok because you are maybe scared or maybe you're shy, don't you think you should build transformational relationships that can push you to become your best self? Question for you, right? Question you should think about. Question you should think about. Next, so we've looked at skills, we looked at relationships. Next, communities. Avoid gossip-driven circles where we're always comparing ourselves. Oh, I got this iPhone 5, I got a new laptop, I have a car now. Please just leave those environments. They will not do you any good, right? There are stages in life. Everybody has their stage. With or without your knowing, you are in a stage. With or without your knowing, in another 2, 3, 4, 5 years, you'll be in another stage. Whether I like it or not, life happens to everybody. But the question is, if you're in a particular stage and you harnessing and maximizing the blessings and profits that comes from that stage, or you might feel like, oh, I don't have time to work. I want to work. I don't have time to work. I'm still on campus. In another 3, 4, 5 years, you'll be out of campus. You have all the time to work, but will you have the skills to get the right jobs? Hope you know that a job now where you are earning 200K, that doesn't make sense anymore. 200K every month is practically like you're living from hand to mouth. Do you all know that? So it means that in Nigeria now, 150, 200K, that's just like basic for life after school. If you want to start making money and you want the money to make sense, it should be from maybe 350, 400 on a monthly basis, right? So the another question to ask yourself is, do I have the skills to get me there now? Do I have the skills to command that fee of 350, 400 or 150, 200? Or can my skills just command maybe 70K or 100K every month? Question for us. Are you in comfort only friendships where it's just lazy affair pretty much? You guys are not necessarily doing anything. Are you in toxic comparison groups? I mentioned that earlier as well. Or relation or environments or relationships that normalize mediocrity. If you are in, look for a way out. Hurriedly, because it will not get you to that place of progress and victory and growth that you want to be in. Okay. Let's move. What not to avoid? What not to avoid? You should work on looking at building professional associations or being a part of professional associations in your field of interest, even in your career paths, right? Look for skill-based communities in tech, in media, in finance. The Toby Akinyele community, of course, we are your accountability partners, and we're here to help as well. So in tech, in media, look for skill-based communities to join. Look for faith-based community to join, value-based community to join. You just need to be seeking good opportunities for yourself. Don't rest on your ass now. As many good opportunities, as many free opportunities as you can see, jump on it. Jump on it. Look for entrepreneurial groups to join. Look for volunteering networks where your skills can shine and you can excel in. Exposure creates confidence. The more you expose yourself, the more you do things repeatedly over and over again on the right path, the more confident you will be in excelling and making as much money as you want to make when you leave school. Okay, quick story. While I was on campus, well, I've always been a creative person, right? And so when I was little, I'm the person that will be in the drama club, that will learn music, that will play the guitar, or that will, I was doing all of. So I basically, my passion was in music, in entertainment, and in the creative industry. So, but though I was also good academically, so I went to school, I read civil engineering. But while I was on campus, while I was doing civil, I was still harnessing my creative ability. Because I had issues at some point on campus, accreditation issues. I looked for a job. I worked in a cyber cafe. I was pretty much writing projects for people at some point. That was like 300, 400. And I did 500 as well. So I was writing projects. I was typing. I started out being a typist. So I was typing. And that introduced me to computing and computing skills. So I was doing a lot of typing work, a lot of browsing work, police registration, any kind of bike registration, all of those things. I was doing all of those for a while. And then when I left school, so while still on campus, another thing I did was I actually ran a modeling outfit on campus. I and my friend, right? We ran like an ushering unit because we had like pretty girls back then on campus. I won't say I love girls, but I was a people person. So we just come on, ladies, why not let's organize ourselves when there are events, let's let them know that we can provide ushers for events, and we got a few gigs that paid us to do so. And the ladies just wore white and black. You get, and we had one or two shows, and we got paid for those, and it was remarkable stuff. I also did music with a couple of friends. I had like a band. There was a show we went to on campus, and I actually saw Idris Abdulkarim, right? And they knew us then as a band. So it's that period where you have to explore. And guess what? I was also already reading civil engineering, so don't think I was dull. I do all my stuff. I come back home. I read into the night. I wake up, I attend classes. I graduated with a really remarkable result, even though I'm not a practicing civil engineer right now. But my point is, you have all the energies to excel. You can actually read your course, build your skill, excel in your skill while you're on campus, just by following through all of the things I've told you now. Just by following through all of the things I've told you now. Sorry, 1 minute. All right. So think of, again, how you can harness your skills while on campus. One of the first major things I did after school was graphic design. And of course, with the slides and everything, the adverts and everything, email marketing, you can know what I'm doing right now, what my industry is. But because the only reason why I was confident to go into graphic design was because of the IT skills I had while I was on campus. Remember, I mentioned I was working in Server Cafe, so I already had all of those skills, and I just pretty much needed a tool to kickstart my career trajectory, and that tool was in graphic design. So I learned Corel Draw, excelled in it, Photoshop, Illustrator. Learned all of those tools after school and started getting graphic design skills. Now I'm doing a number of many other things, but this is just my own career journey. Now, whether you like it or not, whether you know it or not, you are also writing your own career journey. So imagine for the next 90 days, if you have to build that journey, what is it supposed to look like? What is it supposed to look like? In the first months, you can focus on your skills. If you already have a skill, which it seems like many of you already do from the answers you've got it, then the question would be, am I in a level where I can get paid the money I want for this skill? If not, it means I need to learn more. Omolola, who is a hairstylist, how much do you currently earn as a hairstylist? What kind of hairstyling can you do? Is there a need for you to learn more, or with what you already know, can you start making money in leaps and bounds as much as you want with what you already know in hairstyling? Or the graphic design guy, right? So month one will be to focus on your skills. If you're learning a course, decide on what course you want to learn. If you want to build your portfolio, learn how to build your portfolio. We can show you how. Practice weekly. Skill set building is easy, something we can help you with. Month two will be to focus on your network. Now, because you have your skill, it can give you a better leverage when you're meeting people. You can easily tell them, oh, I make hair, I sell wigs. Oh, I'm a graphic designer, I do brand and communication, I do marketing. Oh, I build automation systems for people. These are a sample of my job. Immediately you are giving value with whoever you are meeting. So you're not networking, you're networking with an intention to leverage the skills you have. That's why networking is coming down in month two. So reach out to professionals, attend events, build your LinkedIn presence. That's where networking comes in. And month three, you have your skill, you have your network. Month 3 will now be focused on exposure. Exposure. Are you attending internships? Are you volunteering to some people, some companies or some folks might just need you to show some proof of work. Don't just tell us that you're a graphic designer. Design one or two things for us to see. That's okay if you don't have enough proof to show that you're a graphic designer. It's okay to do free jobs, not with sense, pretty much, just to show your proof of work to them in hopes that you can start getting payment for your jobs. That's where internship comes in. Or if it's don't don't look down on the opportunities to learn, especially if you are sure that whoever is going to be teaching you knows what they are doing. So even if the person is maybe treating you anyhow in quotes, don't be concerned about that. Be concerned about what you want to learn in 6 months from that person. And once you are armed with everything you need to excel, you can leave the person because maybe the person was not treating you well. But what you've gotten from that person can set you up for life. So be open to the ideas of internship, even if it's free internship for maybe a month or maybe 2 months. Again, the question is not what you are being paid, but what you want to learn while you are interning. And lastly, collaborate with people on projects. Collaborate with people on projects. Okay? All of these can help you build a solid, outstanding portfolio for your projects, also give you a proof of work, help you with testimonials, where you can also have a LinkedIn profile and then showcase your work and all that good stuff. Okay, so evidence beats intention. People will say, show me what you can do, don't tell me what you can do. Show me what you can do, don't tell me what you can do. A quick example, I met Chioma. She said, oh, she was a tailor. She's also going into communications now, or community building now. And I'm like, okay, why not? Let me see what you've done. And she sent me a few pieces that she's worked on and what she's also doing on YouTube. And it was, well, I felt it was cool and good. Right? And I mean, what she showed me was enough proof for me to commit a job in her hands. So she was already, so now the trajectory is this: she was already a skilled person. She had a skill that she could sell. She had proof of work. The opportunity came. She delivered the proof of work. It was enough evidence for the person to pay her to excel and exclude in jobs. And she got the money for the job that she did. So whether we like it or not, opportunities will come. The question is, will you be ready when such opportunities come? Daniel, Winifred, Blessing, Omolola, Tosin, Gideon, Ololade, will you be ready when the opportunities come? Opportunities will definitely come. Opportunities will come. I'm a living proof that opportunities will come. Trust me. I started from pretty much zero. I started from zero. Opportunities came. Everything I'm doing now is pretty much me seizing opportunities at various phases of my life. Various phases of my life. The first website job I got, an opportunity presented itself. I practically worked overnight back to back for another 4 days to make sure I deliver on that job. And from there, I started designing websites. The first branding job I got an opportunity presented itself. But I was ready. I was so ready for a branding job that when it came, I over-delivered because I was looking for the opportunities to come. So the question oftentimes is, opportunities come, but we're not ready. I hope I'm making sense. So it goes back to you being ready. I just say that you understand the gravity of what I'm saying. Because I see a lot of young people and I laugh because I don't think we're ready for what is happening to us in the future. Do you know what young people are doing in China? Do you know what young people are doing in Japan? And we're just here, just vibes, just chills, just inshallah, pretty much. I'm like, I think you need to ask your parents how life has been to them, or ask your uncles or your aunties, the one that you've been disturbing to send you money, and for 2 months now they've not sent you anything. You think it's easy on them? That's why they've not been able to send you that money. They don't have. That's just the truth. They don't have, because they are also strong. They also have to put food on the table for themselves, their families, and their immediate families. You can't blame any uncle now that doesn't answer you. You can't blame any auntie that doesn't answer you. They have to feed themselves first before they can feed you. That's my whole point. It's a personal thing. It's a personal thing. I think I've said a lot, but you get the gist. Again, the gist is just to inspire you and to let you know that everything you want to be, you should start doing it now on campus. All right. So I'll take questions, but before then, of course you can get the slide. There's also a workbook. There's a workbook that I want you guys to. So the hard truth is that school prepares you academically, but you must prepare yourself strategically. All right. Stop asking what job will I get? What job will I get? Ask what value can I offer? The only way you can offer value is to build skills, have the right relationships, be in the right environments, be in the right communities, have an accountability partner. Okay? Stop asking what jobs will I get? Ask what value can I offer? Because jobs will come, opportunities will present themselves, but you have to have value to offer it. Choma's posted the link on the chat, and it's a okay. Lastly, let's look at this together. When you graduate, you shouldn't be starting life. You should already be building it. That's the mindset I want all of you to have. When you graduate, you shouldn't be starting life. You should already be building it. You should already be building what you want to do after graduation while on campus. So it's a continuous process. Don't have the mindset and mentality that, oh, I'll finish school. When I finish school, I will not start life. It will not happen because you're already starting life already. You're already starting life already. So you should already be building that life when you finish school. So this is the worksheets. You can download the worksheets. Shoma has dropped the link on the chat. Let's look at what's there. It's a simple worksheet. It helps you audit your skills, audit your relationships, audit your communities. See simple questions there. What can I do now that someone would pay me? You write the answer there. What skills align with my interests and future goals? Write the answer. What new skills will I start learning this month? Write the answer. List 2 or 3 ways you can practice this skill weekly. Write your answers there. Who's my mentor? Or someone I want as a mentor? Write the answer there. Who are my peers? Write the name of your friend and then audit all of them one by one. If you write Emeka, Chioma, Felix, think about Emeka. What positive thing is he adding to your life right now? Is he a friend that needs to be there? Is a friend that needs to go? Think about Felix. Audit all your friends one after the other. Who can hold me accountable and help me do the things I said I want to do? Okay, write one thing you do this week to strengthen each relationships. For those friends that are good, I think it's high time you tell them thank you. Tell them thank you for being a good friend to you. All right. Next, what communities can help you grow? Professional communities, skill-based communities, volunteering communities, and lastly, community as alignment as well. Write them there. Write them there. Write them there. What do you want to achieve in this community in 1 month? Write it there as well. Okay, so uh, this is my way of inspiring you to take the right step and helping you be in the right trajectory. Okay, and I trust God that He is leading you and that He is guiding you, and each day trust God that He will bring the right people your way to help you in life's journey, because we are all working on a journey. So trust God that He will bring the right people your way to help you in life's journey. So the journey is easier. So the journey is less stressful. So the journey is interesting. For example, who you get married to, or the kind of friends you have, the family you build, it can make your journey interesting, or it can hurt your journey in many other bad ways, kind of, right? So trust God for all of these things to be aligned. Trust God for alignment in your life. And answer this workbook. All right. Lastly, there's something else we can do for you. Okay, because I typically what happens is that you get all this information. Oh, it's good stuff, information overload. But the problem is, how do I execute it? How do I execute it? Okay, so information alone can sometimes it might not be enough to make that change. You need to be able to execute. I had mentioned earlier that Choma and I can be your accountability partners because of what we do, what we currently do for students. Okay, so we've created a challenge that can help you execute all of these things. Okay, it's a 30-day guided program that will help you in your life's journey, prepare you for real life, help you gain the skills you need. If you already have a skill, help you harness it, link you up with the right community for internships, for work, for growth, and even for mentorship as well. Okay, so it's the Student Advantage Program. The goal is to have as much as 50 students take this program, right? It's for an investment of 10,000 naira only. Now, why is it a paid program? It's a paid program because it's an investment in yourself, right? It can be done for free. All of the things you've gotten it, all of the things I've done now is done for free. It's done for free. Whether you run with it or not is up to you. The information has already been given out. But oftentimes there's a push, there's kind of push you feel when you invest in something, right? So this is supposed to be an investment, the first investment in yourself. If you've learned a skill, I know you understand what it means to invest. So this is to be an additional investment in yourself for 10,000 naira, the Student Advantage Program, where you have the 30-day guided program. But for every day, you'll be doing something, and I'll guide you in a close community on how to achieve it. And the goal is that for 4 weeks, we'll have specific things that we'll have to be doing, that we'll have to be achieving together. Let me just pull up that information of all of those things that we'll achieve. For example, week one will be career clarity, right? We'll look at your career, look at your passion, see if there's alignment there and how we can excel in it. Week two will be skills that matter. If you have a skill, how do we expand on it? What should you be learning? What other courses should you be taking? What programs should you be learning? What internship programs should you be doing? If you don't have a skill, what is your passion? How can you convert that to a skill? How can you attend a training program? How can you get a laptop if you need a laptop to excel? Right? Week 3 will be networking, where we help you look for opportunities, connect with mentors, reach out to professionals. We send you like a DM to send to professionals and connect with them. And lastly, week 4 will be preparing you for the real world. So for 30 days, you have all of these. And of course, a lifetime opportunity to join our network for us to be your accountability partners. Okay, so enough said, this is the last thing. Most of you are already in the WhatsApp group. So the video of this will come out, and then you can follow up on the video. Send Choma a message if you need her to. If you have questions or need to do anything, you can also directly send me a message as well. All right, so let's take questions. If you have questions, please you can just use the hand raise button, and then you can unmute your mic and then ask your questions. Do you have any questions? Winifred, Omolola, Oluwatosin, Esther, questions. Yeah, Winifred, go ahead, please. Ask your question. You can unmute. Winifred, do you have a question? Okay, I think maybe network. All right. So who else has a question? You can just type your question in as well if you have a question. Winifred, you are back. Do you have a question? All right, no questions then. All right then. Great. That's fine. All right, thank you guys for joining. Thank you for your time as well. Winifred, unmute your mic and ask your questions. We are going to close the meeting.
Thank you for the
Hi,
opportunity.
good evening.
So I wanted to ask,
Finally.
when you were in uni, how were you able to balance all this school, skills, and everything you were doing? Then for this student advantage program, my network was breaking. So what's the fee for it? That was my question.
Okay, so the student advantage program is for 10,000 naira. 10,000 naira only. It's like chicken change fee. You have to pay something. I didn't want it to be free, pretty much. I didn't want it to be free. So that's why it's going to be for 10,000 naira. I'm going to write that down here. All right. So you can reach out to Choma on how it will work. Right. And what it will, well, anyway, we'll build out you get full details. This link even takes you to for all the details you need. Though we're still changing a few things, right? So the first question you asked, yes, I'll get that. I'll get your question, right? So I think it's a major thing. How were you able to balance all this? To be honest, there are two sides to it. Number one, I cannot take out grace parts, which comes from God, that gives you the strength and gives you the ability to excel in order you lay your hands on to do. So don't take that out. God to me is being a Christian, right? Now there's a part that also has to do with what you want for yourself. It wasn't easy, so I'm not here to say, oh, it was easy. It was It was difficult, but it was possible. Okay. The fact that something is difficult does not mean it's not possible. For example, Jesus, because of the glory that was to follow, died and went to the cross because he was thinking about you and I and thinking about eternal life for the whole of mankind. That's why I had to go through that painful and difficult thing as dying on the cross. Now, how does it relate to you, Winifred? What kind of woman do you want to be after school? Do you see Bukun Awoshika? Do you see this famous Ida Basi? Do you see the tailor lady, the fashion designer that is also quite remarkable as well? Do you see the amount of work and energy they put into their jobs because of what they want to be? Now, Ida Basi has broken records, Guinness Book of Records 2 times in a row. The fashion lady as well is doing remarkable things, charging in dollars, thousands of dollars, our fashion pieces, our wedding pieces. They're not playing small. They might be in Nigeria, but they're not playing small. That's because of what they want to achieve in the future. So my point is, if you have like a mental picture of what your future is supposed to be like, you'll be forced to put in the work now to help you design that future you want to achieve. Now, the things I mentioned, the community you are in, the kind of friends you have, they make this journey easy for you because you are doing the same thing together. So maybe what you need to do right now to motivate yourself is to be in the right community, have the right friends. Because if I have friends and because we have exam, I know that we're supposed to read back to back, and no matter how tired we are, we know that we have to go to class and read for 3 hours every day. It's a known deal. It's non-negotiable. Every day we have to do this. Do you know there's some friends that's how they're living their life, and so it's clear that they're going to come out with flying colors. It's non-negotiable. But there are some other sets of people that reading is maybe not, because they want to enjoy life in school. They're also going to come out with some set of grades, and it's also non-negotiable because their day-to-day activity, their life in school has led them to such paths. So my point is, get into the right system, have the right community around you. It can make it easy and then help you balance it. And then another thing that can help you balance is have prioritizing. When it's time to read, you read. I actually strive for, on campus, I was not a guy that would do how they used to call it, triangle, class, house, library, class, house, library. I was very active in the fellowship I was in, which was BOW, Christ Embassy's fellowship, back then on campus anyways. And I also wanted to be expressive with my talents and giftings. So I had a guitar. I was in the evening, my guys will carry our guitar, we'll go out in the I schooled in the University of Abuja. So we had this place, we call it Love Garden. We'll go out to play our guitars, people will gather around. So I was quite expressive. So because school is, you are building the 360-degree person. You don't just want to build the person that will graduate with a grade. You want to build a person that is relatable, a person that has harnessed her giftings, and a person that has harnessed her passion as well. So, but then obviously, when it's time to go for class, that's not when I'm going to hang out with friends and say I'm doing music. When it's time to go for class, I show up in class. When it's time to mark attendance, I mark attendance. In the evenings on Fridays, when I'm less busy, when I'm not doing any assignment, during the weekends, I hang out. I hang out with friends. Prioritizing also matters when it comes to balancing all of these things. When it's time to read extra hours, you know that you are reading extra hours, so you let go of some things. But the trick is that we often think that we don't have enough time, but whereas you have more than enough time to do the things you want to do. You're not just highly most likely you might not be prioritizing rightly. Okay, so prioritization, being in the right environment, and ultimately trusting in God to give you the capacity and ability. So he said there's a prayer that there used to say that whatever he gives to God, he will help you manage it. Nothing falls from his hands. If you put all those things to God's hand, pretty much we help you manage all of those things. Right? Hope I've been able to answer your question, or at least help you in the right path, kind of. All right. So any more questions?